Good morning. My name is Michael, and I am wheeling and healing. Currently at Angel Fire, New Mexico, sitting in the van, and in the parking lot, the free parking lot, and there's a free shuttle that I might hop onto it. It's actually, I can tell they're catering to like the rich folks out here because the walk to the first chair is nothing. I can see it, but just for the sake of like the experience and meeting the driver, and if there's anyone else, it might be fun. Get dropped off at the bottom of the chairlift. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on here real quick. I'll be on the phone, and I got the GoPro set up. I'm gonna get plenty of footage today and capture plenty of energies of this mountain and this powerful portal here in northern New Mexico, southern portion of the Enchanted Circle. Very powerful portal here, and I'm excited to ride it. And I'm just realizing this morning now, waking up, and this feeling, I was a little dull on the drive up, and maybe a little nervous. First time really in the snow slush driving this year, and I haven't really driven a lot in this van in the snow, but I did when I first bought it, but then it's just been so many miles of dry pavement that and dirt, potholes and rocks, a little sand here and there. I just took it easy, and there's a few other cars on the road, and it wasn't bad. I'm glad that I got an early start, because it was just all the other early birds getting up to go to work and stuff like that. But now that I'm here and I got checked in and I got my lift ticket, and I'm getting my board and everything out and ready, and getting stuff on and dusting it all off. It was in a bag, so it didn't collect dust, but haven't looked at this stuff since April? No, May. Yeah. I went snowboarding in May last year. That's right, because it was my first time ever snowboarding in May. So yeah, it's crazy. It wasn't even that long ago since I was on a board, and but what this is showing me something. 2, 3, 4 on the right track. Balance, 2, duality, 3, expansion and joy, 4, foundations, strength. I have not been living my passions lately, and I can tell. 3:03 just passed by on the clock, on the timer, which is a joy expansion portal, but a joy portal. So I'll equate that to passion, to living passions. And I talk this game about wanting to talk to people about it and teach them what I've learned and what I've been shown in the quiet and the solitude of nature out there. And but I haven't been living it, and so that's interesting that I'm seeing this now, that to get back into this, to embody this again, my passion, that's my purpose. A few years ago, I was going around and around and around in circles, just around people that were inspiring me, and I was getting a lot of healing at the very beginning of my healing journey, and it was just like I felt it, and I felt safe around these people, but they also all seemed to me to be very successful, or at least like within their thing, like they were confidently doing their thing, and sitting around, being on disability, isolating in my apartment. At that time, I wasn't even getting out onto the mountain. I wasn't hiking or anything back then, and that was actually what led into me getting back into that. But where was I? Losing my train of thought there. Passion. I was meeting all these people that seemed to me to all be in their purpose. And I was asking, just yelling sometimes in my mind, or literally, what is my freaking purpose? I'm tired of feeling lifeless and purposeless and directionless. And people had all their opinions. They could say, oh, go get a job, go to school, go do this, go do that, be normal, go do what these other people are doing. Well, since 2015, I've been going through something slowly. Now a lot of more and more people are going through it, but for a long time, I didn't have a lot of people to talk to. I would talk to them, and I could just feel it, that there was not an understanding, and I didn't care that I didn't need them to understand, but just the stuff that they were saying was like, get over it, and just go be normal. And like, but my healing needed to begin, and this is my purpose right now. And teaching, guiding, counseling, something is going to be in the future. I think I feel that clearly, actually. But numbers, nature, purpose, passion. And that's the thing, is I was screaming, so what's my purpose? What is my purpose? I was asking God or the universe or source or whatever, higher self, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? Why am I here? Why did I go through all this crap? Why have I survived all this crap? Why am I, what's the point of all of it? And I was shown several things over the next couple years that I was shown it right at the beginning, but I didn't recognize it as the answer. And it was almost right after that my neighbor started saying, hey, because I used to smoke cigarettes a lot, and I was outside of the apartment, that she did too, and other people would, and so I'd see him, and I'd be moping around, and hard to make eye contact, and really hard to listen, especially this neighbor. She vented a lot and was going through a lot of stuff herself, and I was not in the place to carry it, but I had a hard time setting that boundary and saying, no, not right now. But I would still showed like I was just like so heavy and lifeless and all that. And she's like, you need sun, you need some green, you need trees, you need a dirt trail, let's go. And just getting up there and hiking and seeing other people. Didn't have to talk to him. Just a quick, awkward, hi, hello. Felt awkward to me, And what else? What else? Oh, I could just be around them and see them and do my thing, and not even really having to conversate with Monica, my neighbor. Just being up there, and she was doing a lot of talking. I was just like, oh yeah, kind of in my head, enjoying everything, like the birds and everything. It was exhilarating, and that was the beginning of it. I started taking pictures, that hike, and then that was just the beginning. I started going more and more with her, and then I realized that it was just too noisy with her, and I was nervous to go by myself, but at the same time, I was like, to be around people was took a lot of energy and a lot of work, and a lot of mental that I didn't have, Anyways, I started going out and hiking, and I just started getting lost on these trails. Not lost, but like literally lost in time, like in amazement and just in timelessness. Taking pictures and getting that phone out and zooming in and capturing the energies that way. It wasn't just to like, oh, pretty something. No, it was like this different thing of like merging my energy with it through the camera and like zooming in and like doing it, like learning how to get it clearer and different angles and perspectives, and just practicing and playing with that helped me appreciate it so much. And like a ladybug moving around, but trying to get it so clear, and like asking it, will you stop for a minute, and like connecting with things on a whole new level that I never have, and feeling this gratitude for them. And it opened up my passion, and I started seeing it, and I started going more and more and more. And it was snowboarding. It was on the chairlift, Silver Mountain in Kellogg, Idaho, and it hit me full download in like a millisecond. But I saw it, and I started crying with joy, and I just felt this like thing, and the energy behind my, like, or all around my heart and my chest, and like it was so wild. And what I saw was, you are living your purpose. That
And it was this full download. Like, I'm talking like reading an entire book or like a series of books all in a millisecond and getting that much information and seeing it visually almost compiled, not linear like a movie. I can't explain it. It's quantum information. I don't know. It's just, but I saw it and I understood it. And it showed me why I personally, like, as a soul, as a little star being, chose a family up in the woods of North Idaho to grow up in nature, with a grandpa who loved to hike and uncle who loved to, and then stepdad who loved to fish and hunt and all that. And there's a reason for that. And it wasn't always like picture perfect camping scenes or something like that, but to get out there in nature and get that healing and get that connection with the source, because that's where things are unfiltered. They're not manipulated by us humans or anything. Just the animals walk and eat, and like, it's so natural. And I never appreciated it the way that I do now, but gaining the hindsight in that moment, I just saw all these things. And then that gap in my life where I wasn't out there, and then I wasn't even snowboarding or anything. And when I really got so lost in myself and other things, but nature was a big part of that could have kept me grounded the whole time. And so rediscovering my path on the chairlift that day, and that's what made me cry, was that it was this statement with all of that I saw, with this statement that said, it's what makes you feel the most alive is what you came here to live for. It's the things that make you feel the most alive is what we came here to live for. And like nothing else. Like, you can do other things if you want, but the fact that we're so caught up in this culture and this society, the Western Hemisphere, and like of how we do things, and Europe is similar, but is Europe part of the Western Hemisphere? I don't even know. I don't know my geography too well. What I'm saying is this, like, work, sleep, work, eat, sleep. You know what I mean? Like, routine that a lot of people are in leaves little to no time for people to get into their passions. Some people are lucky and blessed to be living a career of their passion, but not many. Most people are chasing that salary. Survival mode. Even rich people, it's still survival mode mentality at its finest on this planet. And when we get out of that, and when we realize that the survival is in here, it's coming from our soul. Our soul isn't going to let us down. And if we die a physical death, we go on somewhere else. Like, our soul is never going to let us down. And survival comes from that, and then comes thrival. Knowing that the true abundance and prosperity and connections and everything just comes from the source within us, the source of God, the source of the cosmos, whatever. And when we are living our passions, think about how that makes you feel. Like, I lose track of time. And I know that, like, sometimes that would happen at a certain job if it got real busy and, like, time would just fly. But this is different. When you just, like, when time literally doesn't matter, because you're just in that moment of doing this thing that your mind, your body, your spirit, every part of you, I'm getting chills as I'm saying this, every part of you is in it, right there in it, in that moment. I think that's when time gets us, is when we get in our head and we get out of balance. We're not fully in our spirit, in our body, we're more in our mental. But like, when the mental and the body and the spirit is all in it, that's it. That's like, there's no greater thing in my opinion. There's some good things and pretty cool things, but that's the best. And to combine, well, almost the best, because when you combine that mental, body, spirit, being so in it with love and joy, present with gratitude, and then you combine that with serving other humans in your vicinity, that's heaven on earth. I've had visions of this, and No rush hours. For one, there's no 8-hour plus days. Mostly working from home, but people that enjoy being at a conference table or working in a cubicle in a computer or at a job site outside or whatever, people are going to enjoy that. For some people, that will be a passion. Someone taught me that they get made fun of at their job site by some because of this little quirk of theirs, but they loved the tedious little tasks of the office place. Filing papers, staples, like I don't even know it. But all of it, the things that's just like little things that just add up to like become annoyances for a lot of people. She loved it. Like her eyes just got big and there was so much life and joy as she was talking about this. And that showed me in that moment that there's going to be people out there that have that joy. Think about all the people like walking recreationally, picking up trash. Now, the people that enjoy nature and a clean planet, like not to judge others, say, oh, bastards left trash on the ground and I have to go do something about it. No, someone joyfully says, oh, there's something and I can go do that to make it a little better or make me feel a little better, or something lights them up inside about that. Well, they can be the trash collectors and people that like to help people, like to counsel people or to surgically help. Like there's so many different types of like helping people in a health care way, mental health, physical health, spiritual health, you know, like the gurus and the life coaches out there and these intuitive therapists that are coming out all over the place, feeling that flow of like our personal truths. And it's all about that flow, that passion is all in there of like feeling that life flow, that life force, and not restricting it. And when I'm snowboarding, it's easier on my body than hiking. And so it's something that I can fully enjoy. There's certain times where I gotta like get out and walk a little bit. That's all right. I don't mind that. 17. But what my favorite part is just letting gravity pull me down and like just swaying my feet. It feels like I'm like on a rocking chair or something. I don't ride hard. I just like, I look at everything. I take pictures and I stop to meditate, and I just this full thing. And it's not the same as hiking for me, because when there's snow and I'm sliding over it, it's just a whole different experience. And hiking's great. I love anything nature. I love sitting next to the ocean or in a desert or on a mountaintop. It don't matter. Nature's nature. It's all great and unique in its own way because it's all life, natural life. But I've been seeing, like I said, seeing that this is showing me this morning, getting ready, and that feeling of like, whoa, like my life is returning. My life force is coming into me because I'm getting, you know, and it's not about that one thing. It's about embodying this passion. And we can do this all the time. It doesn't have to be a weekend thing or a once a month thing or, when I afford it. No. And that's the other thing is that I learned that the universe is showing me, God is showing me, has shown me along this way, is that it took a lot of permission. Even with my open schedule, it took a lot of self-permission to keep going out on that another hike, another drive, another snowboard, another kayak, another whatever adventure. Keep going. The voice in my mind said, just keep going. And I did. And as I did, other doors of opportunity began to open. And flows of abundance began to increase. And I noticed something. That it was all backwards from the beginning, because we get in this mindset, I got to go do all this stuff all week long to get someone rich so I can make a little bit and survive. That literally cuts off a flow of energy inside of us. Because there's a law of correspondence. As within, so without. As above, so below. Everything, the idea of that is that everything mirrors everything. So the above mirrors the below. The inner mirrors the outer. And so what I'm talking about right here is when we start making little things and it creates beliefs that, Because that simple thing, oh, if I have to work 40 hours a week, that's a natural. You don't mean to create the belief, oh, I can't do my passions very much. That's not your forethought. That's not your first thought. Your first thought is survival. Oh, priority, responsibility, be adult, survive. I got to do this thing all week to survive. That automatically created all these other beliefs. My passions are limited. And now with responsibilities and making this money to survive, it's irresponsible to go play. Well, no, some people have an understanding, a good balance of this. Some people are out of balance and they just like to go play nonstop. But the thing is that opening that back up inside, so closing that inside of us, it closes things out in the outer. So that belief, oh, I have to do this thing for 40 hours a week, and that limits my time because now I have to do, errands and other responsibilities and cook meals and sleep all this time also. And then what's left? So that creates, that literally out of the whole pie chart, and now you get like 10 or 15%, if that, for passion. What if that literally on the outer limits our abundance, our potential for abundance, and the flow of like infinite possibilities and magic and miracles to only 10%, 15%. And as I bumped it up to like 20%, 30%, I noticed in the outer, it reflected that. And I got better and better and better. And so lately, now that I haven't been in it, it's not like the flow is cut off. Things are still good, but they're not steadily increasing like they can be. It's like at a stagnant plateau. I'm still grateful. Oh, I'm grateful. My needs are met. I get to do what I want most of the time. There's a lot of things I'd like to do that cost a lot of money, but I'm grateful, so grateful for what I'm able to do. Just a few years ago, I was homeless, drug addicted, didn't even know when I was going to get my license back. And so to be able to travel, live in a van, and just focus fully on my healing and my passion and fully embody this, 22, peace portal. 22 is the architect of peace, and doubled is the peace architect portal. So, here's my little rant that turned into a little longer of a rant than I meant, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to go feel the flow today. I'm going to go feel the flow, and I'm going to set the intention that this ripples into tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is tonight, I'm going to feel the flow today, and then tonight I'm going to reflect on it, maybe even journal on it, but get back to the basics. 3 things I was grateful for today. Wake up in the morning, do some breath work, meditate. 3 things that I expect to happen or hope to happen today. Or that I hope for this week or this month or for this next segment of my travels. And another segment, this is what I hope for my family and for my children. And I can tell I'm breathing deeper again. Part of it is just energy, but I'm back up at 8,000 feet elevation. Last week I was about 2. So, anyways, I'm going to go live my passion today, reflect on it tonight, and wake up tomorrow and reflect on it some more and project for the day and get into this routine to just manifest that flow of abundance to multiply. Big things are happening. I can feel the mobile nature healing retreats are soon to be, and there's a couple other people interested in. I have no idea what anything looks like yet, other than I see it like as it's formed. But to get across that bridge is going to be a mystery, a joyful one. And okay, I'm going to go play. Yesterday I soaked in the hot springs, Ojo Caliente, so healing, magical. And today, this morning, I was all itchy. Oh, it was weird. I was just praying, don't last all day. It was uncomfortable. It was like an itchiness on the inside of my skin. in my mind, I instantly saw that it was a cleansing, like a healing, clearing, cleansing that still processing from yesterday, and I'm going to release with the energies of the mountain and the snow and the trees and the energy of play, the energy of passion and play, because that's open. So I intend to open that channel back up inside of me, to open those channels outside of me also, for the highest and the best good for myself and everybody, everything, and every place involved. And so it is. Thank you in advance, Creator. I love you all. Infinite blessings for each and every one of you. Oh, what a magical time of year. Till next time.